Before you skip, I have one question. Have you ever seen a sliding sinker become something completely different? I had an idea. I built it. I tested it. And it worked. Everything you're about to see has already been tested on the water. Let's begin. This is just a regular sliding sinker. First, I drill 2 small holes, one on each side. Their position is important. Next, I smooth the holes. Sharp edges can damage the fishing line, and small details often make the biggest difference. With the sinker ready, I can finally start making the frame. For this, I'm using a simple metal pin. Nothing expensive, nothing custom-made. The goal is to turn this straight piece of metal into something that can lock perfectly inside the sinker. The first bend creates one loop. Then I carefully shape the other end to make a second loop. Both loops need to be almost the same size. If one is larger than the other, the whole frame may not sit correctly. Take your time here. A few extra seconds can save you from rebuilding it later. If you're planning to use this in saltwater, I'd recommend making the same piece from stainless steel. It resists corrosion much better and will last much longer. Now the frame is ready. All that's left is connecting both loops with a small plastic tube. As soon as it slides into place, the shape I've been imagining finally starts to appear. Now it's time to bring everything together. The metal frame is already in place. The next piece is a small plastic tube. It may look like a simple piece of plastic, but it's one of the most important parts of this build. It connects both loops, helps keep the frame aligned, and gives the entire rig the shape I was looking for. Once it slides into place, the idea finally starts to look complete. Now it's time to rig it. I begin by tying the first hook. Before feeding the line through the sinker, I slide on the first rubber stop. Then I pass the line through the center of the sinker. After that, I add a second rubber stop. Now the sinker is held exactly where I want it, while still allowing me to make small adjustments if needed. Next, I tie the second hook to the other end of the line. There's only one final adjustment left. I add 2 small round lead beads. Their job is to lock everything securely in place. Without them, the sinker could shift while fishing. Every part of this build has a purpose. Nothing was added by accident. Every small change was made after thinking about how this rig would behave underwater. Once everything was finished, I checked every connection one last time. The hooks, the stops, the sinker, and the frame. Everything was finally ready. But building it was only half the challenge. The real question was, would it actually catch a fish? There was only one way to find out. So I took it to the water and put my idea to a real test. What happened next was exactly the answer I was hoping for. Stay with me, because you're about to see how this homemade idea performed in real fishing conditions.